So talk to me, man. I mean, how do we not start with probably Jackson doing 4 in a row? It hasn't been done since 2012 with Aaron Gwynn. I mean, it's a year off from racing, right? So he came out that year in elites, almost won the title. Then he has a whole year out, and
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty insane what he's doing now, and how easy it looks from the outside, right? Obviously, the riders will say it's not that easy to win races. Gwyn has said that many a time. I'm sure all the greats will say it's not that easy on the inside, the pressure. But for him to deal with qualifying fastest and backing that up is just, I feel like that's equally impressive as the riding he does on the bike.
yeah. I think the last two, or the two before the last one, he hasn't qualified fastest. So it was quite interesting to see. And then on the time training day, I think and the practice day, he had quite a tough day. So it was unreal that he could turn that tough day around and then qualify faster straight away the next day. Um, I think he was quite far back in the time training. I was like, oh, wow, he's maybe not feeling it. And then the next day he goes and qualifies fastest and just does what he's been doing the last few races. I was like, well, it kind of serves me right for doubting him slightly. But then I spoke to his parents, his dad, Ron, and they said he was actually doubting himself a bit as well after that first practice day. And he had to sit down and kind of really work out what was going on, and then came into the next day and qualifies fastest and back to normality. So he's just a freak. The way he rode as well, like he made the roughest track look like a pump track. He's just doing gaps everywhere, and gaps that people were not doing. It was mental.
Dude, the gaps are insane. Like Cathro obviously marked that one near the bottom where he gapped off that rock, and then they go and show how steep that rock is. It looks like a curb.
Yeah,
And that gap made a difference for sure. And to do that late in the round race as well is impressive for on those little arms that he has. But you're right, he's just able to be so light and pick the bike up and pre-jump into certain things, and he gets the bike then on the ground earlier than some, so then his braking can be earlier.
mm.
But at the end of the day, like Loris Vergier, could you argue had some of the worst conditions with the rain on his goggles? Like Loic did say he was glad there was a break in racing. Like the delays were also something to deal with
I think
mentally. But I mean,
I think
Loris
it
might have
wasn't.
had the worst conditions, like visually on the top 40 seconds. You could
Yeah,
argue.
maybe the worst of the top, the guys that finished up there. But I think it was Pinky and someone else that had like really bad. There was there was someone that, or maybe Taprella. He was pulling a roll off already after 40 seconds. So then you know that it was pretty bad. I think Loris came down pretty early because he was. Did he have to go to Q2? I'm not sure.
Who, Loris?
Yeah,
No, Loris was early, but it wasn't Q2, but he was like an hour and a half
mm. And there was so many
before
delays.
Jackson. And yeah, maybe the hour and a half was inclusive of the two delays, right? The
Yeah,
broadcast camera issue, and
yeah,
then obviously Ronan Dunn getting airlift. So yeah, healing vibes to him. That crash came out of nowhere.